Okay, I need to get some things off my chest, and you better listen to me. You need not be so jealous just because I was the one who got married first. And since you're the one with all the jealousy problems, there's really nothing I can do for you as a sister because you should be able to control your feelings. I reckon it's all due with the low level of education that you were given. That's why you can't help but be so envious of me. But it's too late now. Nothing's going to change. What the heck are you even talking about, Destiny? Where on earth did this nonsense come from, huh? What's brought this on all of a sudden? I really don't think that you're understanding how I'm feeling at all, because you never really ask. I think you thinking I'm jealous is a complete misunderstanding on your part. No way is that the case at all. Absolutely not. I know for a fact that you're nothing but jealous of me and what I do in life. You always have been, have you not? You do remember that I am 10 years younger than you, yes? I've already had this plan in place to find a husband and get married to him. Wow, it's crazy that you're denying how you feel. It makes me feel sorry for you. But also feel bad because it seems like no guy is paying you attention because of your age. However I feel and whatever I do to find a man is none of your damn business, Destiny. I get why you might be acting like this because you're about to get married and everything, but don't you think that it's wrong to act so hostile towards me like this? Is all this talk really necessary? You don't know anything about my private life. Even though I don't know anything about your private life, I can probably still imagine it. Your life is probably super boring, yes. You're just a lonely old hag, okay? Like, how old are you now? Think about it. You're already 36 years old, and yet you're not even married? You're a complete loser in life, Kayla. Do you have any idea who I'm marrying? I bet you do know. You know he's a doctor, yeah. He actually is someone who has made something of himself. It's great. Of course I know that you're marrying a doctor, Destiny. I mean, you do remember that I was the one that introduced you to him, yes? That's how you met him in the first place. Yes, and that's what Mom said as well. I guess she was trying to make things up to me so that I'd actually thank you or acknowledge your help. How would someone like you know a doctor? There's absolutely no way that you know a successful doctor. Mom's just saying that to save face. There's no way that I'd believe any of that kind of crap from you. You really seem to be misunderstanding a lot today, Destiny. Neither I or our mom would lie about such a trivial matter like this. I was the one who introduced him to you. Oh, whatever. I don't really care that much. I'm glad that I was such a good student and could have a successful future, unlike you, who wasn't even able to go to college. Okay, you really don't seem to be getting how much has been sacrificed for you, Destiny. Who do you think paid for your college tuition, huh? Would you seriously just stop asking me all of these pointless questions? All you are, Kayla, is a high school dropout. Why must you act so high and mighty? Okay, you're right about that. I might not have completely finished high school, but at least I was able to enroll myself at a technical college and still get an education. Well, going there still didn't improve how dumb you are. Basically, going to high school and a technical college is the same thing. It's not like it's a step up or anything. It's completely different, but what would you know, Destiny? But I guess me trying to explain it to you doesn't really matter now since you won't listen. You've got no right to say all these awful things to me, all right? You're the only one in our family that looks down on people that have a low educational background. It doesn't make sense, and you weren't brought up this way, so it's disappointing to hear you be so judgmental. I've been doing a lot for myself over the past 10 years now. Also, have you even been thinking about your future? What's going to happen to you if you don't have a job after graduating from college, huh? Well, that's one thing that I won't have to worry about so much. I was polishing myself up to be a fabulous woman, so it's all fine. Because in the end, I'm marrying a doctor. What I don't get right now is why you're so worried about me when I'm getting married and you're single and growing more gray hair and wrinkles by the day. Do you see any problems with me? Okay, literally me saying anything to you is going in one ear and out the other. Talking isn't really going to get us anywhere. Anyway, to your first point, I'm not jealous of you. I'll be celebrating your marriage sincerely, and I'm glad that everything's going really well for you. I truly hope that you'll be really happy. I'm looking forward to the wedding ceremony. Oh, really? Is that so? I can't believe you just said something like that so easily without letting your green-eyed monster loose. What I don't get is why an older single woman would come to my wedding ceremony. Whoa, just hold on a minute there, Destiny. What do you mean, why I'm coming to your wedding ceremony? Of course I'm coming, okay? I'm your sister, after all. Ah, okay, I see what you're trying to do here. You're just wanting to come to my wedding so that you can nab yourself a man and trap him in your boring life. Don't you think that's a little embarrassing, trying to attempt something like that? Why would you look for a man at the wedding of your sister who's 10 years younger than you? Whoa, you're going off on a completely different tangent here, Destiny. I don't mean that at all. I never said anything of the sort. I want to see you get married. Look, why don't you just stop tarnishing my reputation with your very wrong assumptions, okay? You really don't know how grateful you are, okay? What you need to learn to not do right now is thinking of only yourself. You should stop being so selfish and actually think about how your words affect people, especially me. You really need to have a good think of what you've said to me today. I am so hurt and disappointed that my own sister would turn around and say these things. You're going to regret what you've said eventually.
Hey, Kayla? I wanted to message you because I need to ask you for a favor. So as you know, I've decided to get married to Destiny, and I'm trying to write my wedding speech. I was just wondering if you would be so kind as to help me write it? I know it's probably not something I should be asking my superior, but I could really use some assistance.
Hold on a minute. Are you actually asking me to help you out? I'm sorry, but I'm really confused as to why you're asking me this. Is this really the favor you're asking?
Yes, I am, Miss Kayla. I would really appreciate it if you'd help me out with this. It was all thanks to you that Destiny and I were able to meet and be together after all.
Okay, well, first of all, there's no need to call me Miss or anything like that. It's just Kayla. You can stop with all that superior manners and such what. We're family now, okay? You did say earlier when we last spoke that you weren't going to call me by that name in front of Destiny, right? We don't need to mention the positions we're in.
Yes, I do know that. I just wanted to be polite, that's all. For the speech, I really wanted to include how grateful I am to be brought into your family. I would really like it if you were to write something down for me and how we've all come together as one. Would you be willing to take that on?
Oh, really? You want me to do that for you? You know that you don't have to be grateful for what we've done. I feel like that's a little bit of an exaggeration. The only thing I did was see all the potential that you had for the future of the clinic, and I wanted you to succeed in other parts of your life as well. Also, I think you had heard that my sister Destiny was single and wanted to get to know her, but to be honest with you, her and I have never really been that close. I feel like if you asked me to do this and I get up and say something at your wedding ceremony or reception, I think that Destiny will get angry with me.
Angry? Why do you think she'd get angry at you when I've asked you to do this and to show how much we all mean to each other? That just doesn't make sense to feel that way when you're both sisters. You're her older sister, Kayla, and you'll be there to say all these things about us and her. I'm sure that she'll be delighted to hear what you have to say. After all, that's what family's all about, right? Getting together on special occasions and telling each other how special you are to each other, right? So, Kayla, I think there's no need for you to worry about this. It'll be absolutely fine. I mean, it's natural for siblings to not get along all the time, right? I don't always get along with my younger brother either, but somehow we always push past our problems to come together and help each other out.
Well, I guess that's how it is in some families. But do you even know what Destiny thinks of me, Robert? Since we're 10 years apart in age, I don't really understand who she is.
Well, it's still obvious that you care about her, even if you have rough patches sometimes. I'd definitely be proud to have an older sister like you, Kayla. Maybe some of the reasons why she might be acting so hostile towards you is because she gets embarrassed easily and doesn't know how to express herself or bring up things.
Yeah, well, I hope that's the case, Robert, but sometimes there's more to it than what a lot of people see. A lot happens behind closed doors, unfortunately.
Yeah, I bet, but I'm only going to ask you this one favor, and I'm sure Destiny will be fine with it. Would you please do a speech at our wedding? It would be cool if you did.
Okay, I see you're twisting my arm a lot, so yes, I'll do it. I'll do what I can and try to think of some things to say. I might be nervous and a bit anxious, though, so bear with me.
You have made my day. Thank you so much, Kayla. I really do appreciate you doing this for me and Destiny. My father will be over the moon about this as well.
Okay, well, you better get back to sorting out everything for this wedding, since it's happening very soon. There will be a lot of things to prepare for leading up to it. You better prepare yourself to do a lot of work, Robert, so just do your best with that. Good luck, and I'm sure I'll see you and your family at the wedding. Hey, so Robert told me what's supposed to be happening today. What did he mean that you're the one giving a speech at the wedding ceremony today, huh? He turned around and just blurted it out to me and just shouted surprise right in my face. But how is this a surprise? This doesn't make any sense. What kind of surprise is this? Because I think it's got to be the worst surprise on the planet. Why is he involving you? Why didn't you tell me this beforehand? Okay, please calm down, Destiny. I had no idea that this was actually going to be a surprise. I thought that he must have talked to you about this before since he mentioned it to me. I thought for sure that he was going to talk to you about this, and I thought that you would know beforehand. I only accepted his offer of doing his speech because he asked me. Well, as you know, I would normally refuse something like that, especially if you had anything to do with it. You do understand that you're just a low-educated old hag, right? If you understood that about you, then you wouldn't have accepted his offer of giving a speech. Did you really think that you were going to hide this information from me until the end of the day? I wasn't trying to do anything like that, Destiny. I thought that Robert would have told you that's what's happening. You don't have to be so mean about this when he just wanted to do something nice. If you really don't want this to happen today, you need to go and talk to Robert about it, not me. I don't mind if I do the speech or not. Either way is fine by me. Fine. If you're going to act this way towards me, then let's just have you do it. I shouldn't be fighting on my own special day, even though I have fun bringing you down. I'm sorry, what did you just say? I'm very confused as to what you want me to do. What exactly is fine by you? Are you actually wanting me to do the speech? Isn't that what I just said? God, you're so dumb sometimes. Yes, I want you to give a speech at the wedding ceremony today. But you've made me feel so bad about not knowing anything about this, so I'm going to make you understand by having you actually perform it. So be prepared. Look, I don't want you to have to make this decision when I should be the one deciding for myself. Don't worry about the speech. It's not really needed. I'll just stop. No, I think it's only fair for you to do this speech, since you're my older sister, after all. Please, give me a proper opening speech, even though you're not well educated. All I want is for this day to go off without a hitch, and I am going to make sure that you're not going to ruin this for me by bailing out. Also, don't embarrass me in front of my doctor-in-laws. Of course, I wouldn't do anything like that. I've got no reason to embarrass you, Destiny. But it seems like things are starting to get a little bit complicated. I want to do what is right and do this favor I was asked to do. I want to avoid any troublesome things as much as possible, but, anything can happen. You know what, Kayla? This serves you right. This only happened to you because you were being so pushy about wanting to do a speech. So how does it feel, huh? How does it feel to be made fun of at your younger sister's wedding? You should have just left this whole thing alone. You have taken things way too far now, Destiny. It is way too late to regret your actions now. After doing this, you'll never be able to turn back time. What the heck are you even talking about, you old hag? I'm not going to regret doing anything to you, Kayla. I didn't say anything wrong. You know, I should be the one that feels ashamed of coming from a family that has a low-educated background. It's so embarrassing that I've got to deal with you almost every day. Because of you being the way you are, there is no way that you're going to be in a relationship. It looks like you won't catch any men today, but that's none of my business, yeah. Well, that's not the purpose as to why I'm at this wedding, so it shouldn't even be on your mind right now, Destiny. The only person I should be embarrassed about is my sister, not myself. What on earth did you just say to me? What is that supposed to mean? Why are you saying that I'm the one embarrassing you? I am way more successful. Yeah, I understand how you feel. It's a shame that I had to say that to you. What I'm trying to say is that it's a shame to be related to a sister like you. You've always looked down on me since we were kids, and it hurt me so much. I felt so embarrassed to hear that you were just merely joking when you were introducing me. How could you introduce me to people as the older sister who is way less educated? Who seriously does something like that? Don't you think before you speak? I feel so ashamed of your morals in those moments as you were making such unreasonable remarks in the situation. Don't you know how to be nice to others? Excuse me? Since when did anyone give you the right to talk to me in this way? Don't take it out on me just because you live a miserable, lonely life. I guess you're still not sure what I'm actually trying to get at, are you? Because of your actions, Destiny, your in-laws lost all color from their cheeks. Didn't you notice that? I don't even know what you're talking about right now. Why are you talking about my in-laws for? Are you being embarrassed of me because I'm being honest about you? Are you seriously kidding me with this crap? How did you not notice how their body language or how I was feeling? Ugh, I've really had enough of this. Well, there's no need to get so over the top and angry about it. All I'm stating are the facts, Kayla. Are you seriously that mad that I introduced you as the miserable sister at the wedding? All I was saying is that you're my older and less attractive sister who didn't really get a good education and is kind of slow. What's so wrong about telling the truth? Did you even look at people's reactions when you said all that in front of everybody? Your in-laws were almost begging you to stop and had their faces in their hands. Huh? What do you mean they had their heads in their hands? What on earth are you even talking about, Kayla? I was just speaking from the heart. Yeah, and you doing that only causes trouble and makes me feel so embarrassed to be there because what you say about me isn't even true. They started getting on the ground in front of me, apologizing for what you said about me, and I couldn't believe what was happening right in front of my eyes. Your stupid words and actions have caused this to happen, and you said it all in front of all the relatives. Both Robert and his father are both good and honest people. To be honest, it was a huge mistake for me to introduce you, because in reality, you're such a loser and don't deserve to be with someone as lovely as Robert and his family of doctors. You know, Mom was so worried about your future because of the way you used to act towards people, and she hoped when you grew up that you would change your ways. But no, of course not. I was too blind to see the actual real side of you because everyone was denying that you aren't horrible when in fact you are. What the heck do you mean that my in-laws were on their knees in front of you? You're not actually talking about Robert's family, are you? Are you saying they apologized to you? Well, there was no other family that Robert has that was in that room, Destiny. Are you seriously that dumb that you didn't realize them doing that? I am not dumb, and you know that. No, you need to tell me what on earth's going on right now. I'm just trying to straighten this out, okay? Why is Robert apologizing to you? It's none of his business as to what I actually say about you. He doesn't know our relationship, and he shouldn't be apologizing on my behalf at all. Well, it is in fact his business, since you're the ones who have gotten married today, okay? He was planning to apply for a loan very soon and didn't want to screw things up. Wait a minute, what did you just say? What does Robert have to do with this? What financing are you even talking about? What loan? You need to explain things to me right now. What the heck is going on around here to make everyone feel bad for you and apologize to you up front? You're an absolute nobody, so why does this matter? Yeah, you know how you used to look down on me because I was older than you and I didn't get the best education compared to you? Well, you shouldn't be like that anymore. In fact, how about I tell you a little bit about myself that you probably didn't know or even care to hear about? I'm actually a famous female CEO and investor. I'm sorry, what the heck did you just say? Are you telling me that you actually somehow got some good job and are in an executive level position? You've not even bothered to listen to me or even to our own mother up until now, so no wonder you've not heard about what I'm doing with my life. It's natural that you don't know. I've been investing quite a bit of money into the medical field for the past few years to help improve the health system in this country. That's how I found out about Robert's family clinic. We've been in touch with each other for a while now about how much they need so that they can fulfill their duties in society. Recently, a $10 million loan was agreed upon. The reason that your wedding was even happening was all thanks to me because of the deal I'm making with Robert and his family. You probably didn't know anything. What the heck? Are you being serious right now? Is this actually true? Is the reason that I was able to meet Robert, get to know him, and marry him because of this financial deal? And that $10 million that you just mentioned before, that's gotta be a made-up number, right? That's a joke, yes? How is it that you have this insane amount of money to throw around? Well, it all goes back to you not listening at all about what I do and who I am. You looked down on my academic background since I didn't finish high school or go to college. Then you thought it would be funny to just boast about how you graduated from some big hotshot private university that's apparently famous for some stupid reason. Do you even know how people get into those famous and private universities, Destiny? It's all because the families that send their children there have a ton of money. Did you forget that I was the one who paid for all those fees that were piling up when you started? The entrance fees and the tuition fees on classes you hardly went to? Well, it's obvious that you're not the type of person to be grateful for their sister doing something like that, so you shoved that knowledge under the rug, didn't you? I think if you were actually grateful about things, maybe you wouldn't be such a crappy person, and then I might actually like you as a sibling, Destiny. How can you behave like this to someone who literally financed your way through college, huh? I got you through, not our parents. I'm so surprised at how you treat me sometimes. Whoa, just hold on a minute, all right? So you were the one that really had all the money this entire time and hardly mentioned anything about it? This is all true? Of course it's true. That's why I'm telling you now and repeating everything I've done for you, even though you don't care at all. All I was a bank to you and nothing else. You know how I barely just finished high school? Well, it was so that I could fast-track myself into a job that I was going to earn a lot of money for this family. After I left school, I joined a venture company. I got trained a lot and started to learn all the know-hows and become more independent when it came to earning money. I've been the president of my company for over 10 years now, and I plan on doing that for a long time. I'm more than likely one of the most successful lady CEOs in the United States. But you know how you always kept going on and on about how we're 10 years apart in age? Well, you should have seen it as a blessing. By the time I was your age, I was already starting my own business. I may be older, but I learned fast and got where I wanted to be at a young age. Not many people can say that. So after me explaining all of this to you in the most simplest way possible for you to understand, don't you think you're the one who should be embarrassed by what you said about me? I don't know about that one, because to be honest, I had no idea that this has been what you've been doing after high school. I thought that you were just surviving day to day. How was I to know who you were back then, since I was so young and naive? You know that kids say stupid things sometimes, right? I was only a high school student. Well, yes, you were only a high school student and you had school to worry about, but it doesn't mean that you couldn't change the way you thought about me, though. You could have been the one to acknowledge me, get to know me, but instead you turned around and said horrible things about me. You obviously haven't learned to grow up. Things are different now, Destiny, and you should know that. You're 26 years old now, and you still don't understand the situation, so that's on you for not asking. All you do is just complain about where you come from and how apparently I haven't done anything with my life. Why didn't you just talk to me like a normal sibling? Instead, you just assumed things like the horrible person you are. You thought that you were free to make derogatory comments about me, but you're not, Destiny. You know, calling me out in front of your new family about how old and wrinkly I am and how I'm not educated is just embarrassing. To say something like that, you're not good at reading the room, are you, Destiny? In that situation, you ruined everything and your whole world's going to come crashing down. But this is totally unfair, though. I'm not the one entirely to blame for this. How was I not to know about you and what you were doing? I was only young, and I still am. You are, but you're an adult, and you should think before you speak in front of people. And maybe next time, just be upfront with me about my life. I would have happily told you. Ugh, you make me feel so drained and tired because no matter what I say to you, little sister, you never learn from the mistakes you've made and the things you've said. I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. You just caused me a lot of pain in my life, and I don't need that crap, especially from a sibling. Not that you're my sister anymore or anything. Hey, what? Just wait a minute, okay? You can't just make that sort of decision without considering how any of us will feel about it, okay? You can't just cut me off. Just because we're connected by blood, it doesn't mean I want you in my life, especially after the way you've treated me. I deserve better. Are you really going to keep complaining like a child forever? I really can't deal with you anymore, Destiny. You can do whatever you want with your life now, since you don't need me. I also told Mom that I wouldn't be taking care of you in any way anymore. She's so disappointed in how you've acted towards me. It's a shame it has to end this way. No, wait, you can't do this. I had no idea that you financially supported me. Look, I'm sorry for saying those things about you. It was all a joke. I know that it was mean and hurtful, and I regret what I said, and I take it back. Please don't cut me off. You're the only sister I've got. Please don't leave me like this. Kayla, I need you. The in-laws have been looking at me funny, and Robert is disgusted with me. I need your help. Tell them it was all just a joke between sisters. There is no way I'll ever help you with anything ever again, Destiny. How about you actually try and solve the problems that you've caused all on your own, yeah? After being abandoned by everyone, maybe you can finally become more independent and actually earn your own money and that sort of thing, okay? Don't you try to contact me again about money, about relationships, about anything. I'm here trying to be happy with what I've got, and you're ruining it for me. With that, I'll say goodbye now. Good luck. No, wait. You can't say goodbye to me. I'm your little sister, remember? You can't just cut me out of your life. That's not fair when I didn't know anything about you. Please come back, Kayla. Please tell me that I didn't screw up that deal with Robert's family. I'm really sorry for what I said, and you've been such a good sister to me. I am begging you, please don't leave me on my own. In the end, Kayla decided to keep the deal with Robert and his family on the expansion of their medical clinic. The loan contract of $10 million was set in stone. After that, Robert thought it would be best to call off the marriage because of how rude Destiny was being towards her older sister. Destiny left home and got a job. Kayla heard from her parents that she was working on the premises that she was living in. She must be doing something in house caring or something. With all of this happening to Destiny and Kayla cutting her off from having a relationship with her, it seems to have helped the younger sister become more independent and to do good things on her own without any help from her family. Everyone agrees that this is a good thing. For the time being, Kayla has no plans to reconnect with her younger sister, Destiny, in the near future after she was treated by her so poorly. Her sister being mean to her helped her improve her situation, and she took that to her advantage. At least now, Kayla and her parents have less stress in their lives to worry about. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.